Okay. Good morning. Good to see. Well done. Well done for waking early. It's becoming a bit more challenging, to wake up early. It's still cold and dark, and there is something really also comforting in waking up when it's cold and dark, and there is this feeling of I just want to cuddle into a ball and hide under my blanket. So in a way, in this practice today, what the intentions for this practice today is to continue doing that, but not so much under the blanket and in bed, but more with our intentions and consciousness and type of alertness. So, saying that might look like resting into where you are right now, laying or sitting, if you feel comfortable to close your eyes, go ahead and close your eyes. There's a question of what is the home, what is our home? The home of our body, the home of our mind, the home of our soul. And I invite us through this practice to explore these concepts. Starting with deepening the breath. Feeling how the rib cage expands and contracts. Noticing the physical house, how it feels. The house or the home of the mind, noticing those thoughts. Sometimes a home is where we feel most comforted and relaxed. Also, sometimes home is when we allow ourselves to take off our masks and shields and personas, hats, and just let it all out. Noticing the characteristics of the thoughts. Noticing the heart. Really imagining the heart held, pumping, beating. Heart refers many times as the house of our emotions. In particular, love, happiness, sadness, courage. Notice the emotions that are there right now. One of the things that can happen in the house is that because it's ours, it's not getting necessarily the attention that it deserves, because only us mostly see it. So I invite you to ask yourself, what kind of attention would you like to give to your different homes? Also, how you distinguish between house and a home. Maybe some parts are more like a house and some parts are more like a home. I invite you to gently straighten the spine. If you're laying, slowly moving to sitting position. Deepen gently the breath. Feel your body. Whatever it is that you feel, pleasant or unpleasant. Feel the chest area. Both the sensations and the emotions. Asking yourself, what emotion do you feel? In the next inhalation, slowly taking our hands up, focusing on the sensations that are created, the cloth, the air, the muscles. Stretching gently up. And in the exhalation, palm to palm, coming back to the center of the chest. Slow movement. Remembering that the practice of yoga is about connection. Again, the inhalation, slow inhalation, taking the hands up, slow exhalation, bringing them in Namaste to the chest. Two more times. Notice what comes up in mind when doing that. On expanding to the sides and up in the inhalation and the exhalation coming back to the center. When finishing, taking a moment to notice the body. Putting the right hand on the ground, the left hand in the inhalation comes up. Stretching up in the inhalation and in the exhalation, gently, slowly coming down to the right side. Leaning to the right. And breathing. I feel the flow of the breath. The inhalation activating the abdomen, mula bandha, and rising up. And the exhalation letting go of the left hand, turning it to its comfortable place, connecting to the ground. In the inhalation, the next inhalation, the right hand comes up, stretching up. And in the exhalation, leaning to the left. Releasing the neck, taking support with the left hand. If you want to deepen the stretch, you can slowly walk the left hand further. Notice where the flow wants to go to. It's naturally going. In the next inhalation, again activating the pelvic floor and coming back. And the exhalation, relaxing the right hand. Noticing the body. In our home is where we let things integrate and process. And expand, not out of force, but out of a natural growth. Often those things are happening not when rushing. I invite you to ask yourself if you would like to even slow down your breath a little bit more and start moving your spine with the breath. When in the exhalation, you're bringing the elbows forward, closing the rib cage, looking down. And in the inhalation, opening up, chest, maybe shoulders going back, gently looking up. And in your own pace, exhalation, closing, arching the back, bending forward a little bit. And in the exhalation, in the inhalation, opening up. Once again, notice your inner flow. What comes up when you're doing slowly and mindfully this movement of opening and closing. Next exhalation, releasing. Coming back to your natural position with intentionally the quality of a straight, strong spine. Supporting and supported spine, erected. And ask yourself, if you are at home, supported, can you let go a little bit? Putting the left hand on the right thigh and the right hand behind the back, on the mat, on the chair or block or behind the back. The inhalation gently straightening the spine, and in the exhalation twisting to the right side. Deep, slow breath. It's very important to notice all of those thoughts that are coming up, all of the sensations, all of the emotions. Not necessarily do anything with them, but simply notice what is the content that is arising in my house, in my comfort zone, and also outside of my comfort zone. Notice where it is that you feel the sensations of the twist. Lower back, middle back, shoulders, neck. And slowly, slowly bring back the neck, the shoulders, the middle back, the lower back. Process of yoga, also known as detoxifying, akin to cleaning the house, cleaning the home. Notice the difference between a house you visited, a room you visited, to a room that you're just entering. The differences between the left and the right side at this moment. Taking a slow deep breath in, stretching the spine, straightening the spine. Placing the right hand on the left thigh or hip, the left hand on the floor, on the chair, on the block, behind the back, straightening the spine in the inhalation and in the exhalation, twisting to the left. If the neck allows, looking over the left shoulder. Ask yourself, how did you choose to do this stretch this morning? Feel a gentle sensation, stretch to the point of strong pain. Just place yourself on this continuum. How is your breath? Is it smooth? That might give you indication. But feel free to play with it. How does it feel to stretch a little bit more? How does it feel to relax a little bit more? Slowly, slowly coming back. First the neck, and the shoulders, middle back, lower back. Bring back the hands. Noticing the left and the right side, the different rooms, the shoulders, the shoulder blades, the palms, the arms, the middle back, the lower back, the sitting bones, the feet, the legs, or any other part. Slowly straightening the legs. I'm going to bend forward, Paschimottanasana. But before, let's just really spread the toes and take out our heels outside. And also straighten the spine. There is 90 degrees between the lower part of the body to the upper part of the body. And breathe. Hands could rest on the legs or to the sides of the body. And breathe. Mula Bandha can be activated if you'd like. In the next inhalation, taking our hands up, stretching up. And in the exhalation, bending forward. Bend the knees as much as you want. Once, great yoga master was asked if there is one asana that could bring me into enlightenment, what would it be? The yoga master said, Paschimottanasana. Bending to the west, or what we do now. Feeling the stretch. The back of our legs, the back of our lower legs and the calves, the back of our thighs, the hamstrings. Maybe you feel it in the lower back, middle back or upper back. On our back parts that usually don't get the attention or are seen less. Begin to the back room where you do your practice, or the backyard where you sit with the coffee or the tea. Deep, slow breath. Slowly, slowly, whenever you feel ready, if you'd like to stay a little bit more, please take your time. Whenever you feel ready, coming up. Noticing the body. And moving to laying position. Noticing the transition. Notice how the body can relax with every exhalation and sink down the mat. Notice the different sensations that are appearing and disappearing as the breath flows in and out. Very slowly bringing the right knee close to the chest. As slow as you can moving. Gently hugging the right knee closer to the chest. And with the right hand grabbing the leg and gently moving it in circles, guiding it. Perhaps slowly increasing the radius of the circles. Maybe less and less you need the guidance and assistance of the right hand and is just there as a support. And to the other direction. Notice the sensations in the hip joints and the leg, and including the left leg, or perhaps gently pressing into the mat to ground, stable. Taking both of the hands and gently holding in the right hamstring and straightening the right leg towards the ceiling. Or a gentle stretch the right hamstring. And breathing. Ask yourself if you would like to take out the right heel outside. Or anchor the left ankle, the left foot, left leg. And how is the breath? Slowly releasing the right hand, straightening the right leg and slowly bringing it back down to earth, down where legs belong. Releasing the body. One of the things that we practice is to let go, but let go in specific times. When we get home, it's a good time to let go. It helps to sleep good at night, to rest, to rejuvenate. Anchoring the right leg, bringing the left knee slowly close to the chest. Gently hugging the left knee. and breathing. Noticing the sensations. Slowly adding movement to the right, to the left leg, moving it in circles, massaging the left hip joint. Noticing any aches or sensitivities. And notice also how it is that you choose to attend it. Tenderness, or with pushing to feel more pain. The guidance that we get when practicing yoga, which is a connection, is ahimsa, non-violence. How important it is. No violence in our homes, the home of our bodies, the home of our hearts, the home of our minds, the home of our soul. Changing the direction of the circles. Once again, hugging the left knee, straightening it towards the ceiling and holding behind the hamstring. Right leg used as an anchor, gently pushing to the mat. Feel what the stretch is. Mostly in the calf and the hamstring, in the lower back. And deepening the breath. Slowly letting go of the hands and sending the heel up to the sky. And slowly, slowly bringing down the left leg. Resting the body. Noticing. We're going to spend some time working on our core muscles, the house of our digestion. So there are a few ways to do it. We're going to do it working on our core muscles, on abdomen muscles. So sometimes it's helpful to put your palms under the hips or buttocks. And again, according to how you feel, just ask yourself how strong, strenuous you'd like this practice to be. We're going to do 30, 60, 90 or 70. So consciously activating the abdomen and lifting a little bit the legs off the mat to about 20 to 30% degrees. And then a little bit more, either to 45 or to 60, somewhere in between, or to 30. And then to 90. In terms of how would you like to do it, you can always just bend the knees and that would reduce the load. And then coming down to 45 degrees. And just above the ground, not touching. Notice the breath and deepening it, making it smooth and slow, and 45 degrees. Good. 90. In the middle, somewhere between 60 to 45, 60 to 30. And 20 to 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and releasing. Noticing the contrast. Noticing how the body can relax a little bit more in the exhalation. Noticing the muscles that add an effort. And if you'd like to encourage them for another round, go ahead, and if not, that's totally fine. You just take some time to rest. So we start with consciously activating the abdomen muscles and lifting the legs just a little bit over the mat. Bringing them up halfway. And a little bit more. 70 to 90, 60 to 90. And 60 to 45, the middle. And just above the ground. If the body shakes, that's a good sign. Let it shake. And up halfway. Notice the contrast. Up 90. And 60 to 45. And just above the ground, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and letting go. Relaxing the body. Hugging the knees, rocking from side to side. We're coming closer to the end of the session. Before we move to Shavasana, I invite you to relax the body. Sit on the couch. Look around. The different rooms of the house, of your home. And ask yourself, is there any room or space that calls for attention? And if so, what kind of attention? And take some time to intuitively move your body. Attend those places, areas that call for attention. When you feel ready to move into Shavasana, slowly transitioning into that in your own time. Shavasana translates into the corpse posture. Coming back to the ground, dissolving into the earth. The soul leaves its temporarily home, a body, goes to its birth home. Taking a few deep, slow breaths. Ask yourself in which home you'd like to stay in this Shavasana. Notice the experience and also really letting it be. Perhaps getting to this state of relaxed alertness. Where we are both very relaxed and also alert of the experience. Attentive. Slowly, slowly bringing the awareness of movement back to the body. Moving the fingers, the toes. Maybe stretching the body, yawning. Slowly moving into sitting position. Coming back home. Thank you very much. I wish us all to take this quality of knowing home, taking care of our home, our bodies, our minds, our hearts, our soul, and always have it in front of us. What we say, what we do, what we think, what we feel. Thank you very much.